we live here.
All right.
Live mic.
So now is when I should get some bubble gum and start.
Yeah, go get some bubble gum, man. I just wanted to chat with you, man. Obviously, let me make sure I take this out real quick. Obviously, we known each other for about a decade.
Yeah.
About a decade.
Yeah.
So, if for those who don't know, go ahead and introduce yourself for the camera.
DJ Ritz, America's favorite cracker, Shut It Down Squad, 88.5, Saturday Night Shutdown. That's about it.
That's what's up, man.
That's about it.
So yeah, we kind of knew each other from when I was doing music heavy with the basics. I remember coming up to the station.
Yeah.
It's when you had the long hair. You might be wearing a do-rag. We didn't know. A jersey.
Always, yeah.
You know, a lot of tall tees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of that going on.
Yeah, I kept Foot Locker in business for a minute.
Back in there. But, you know,
I did take the sticker off, though.
Say what?
I did take the sticker off, though. I never had that tall T sticker still on my shirt.
No,
Couldn't
it's not
do
a
that.
good look, man.
No.
It was a lot, like that time was crazy. There was a lot going on. That era of music in Tampa was just, you had all the elements of a good musical culture. You had rivalries.
Yeah.
You had Juke versus real hip hop.
Yeah.
You had the beginning of social media with Tampa hip hop.
Yeah.
Tampa hip hop
that forum was cracking.
It was it was Facebook before Facebook.
Straight up. Yeah. I wish some of those archives were still around.
Somebody's got to have something.
Yeah.
Sandman, Cram, one of y'all.
Cram, man.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, but it was just, you know, get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? And throughout that whole time, I remember you just, every time we would come to the station, you always show support.
Yeah.
Not only did you show support, but you got behind the music. So I appreciate that, man. You know, that meant a lot. And, you know, we had fun every time we came up there, man. We left drunk every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Probably arrived drunk, too.
Yeah. When Tony was up there, man,
oh, gosh.
Let's talk a little bit about your time at 88. Just kind of, for those people who don't know you,
All right.
just kind of, how did you get started with the music and DJing and stuff like that?
I've always been a fan of music, obviously, the cliche, whatever.
Yeah.
But I started DJing because I would go to Vinyl Fever. And I always like having music before my friends. Like, even before being a DJ, I just want to be like, oh, you heard this?
Right.
So everything would come on vinyl early. And so I would just buy records. I didn't even have a record player, but I'm just. So then I got a record player, and then I'm like, well, might as well be a DJ.
Might as well.
You know? So then went and bought that. First I started renting studio, Neptune Records. Used to have a little studio that you could rent for like $10 an hour with the 2 turntables and a mixer, and you could record it. So that's how I started like DJing, you know, because I had one belt-driven turntable at the house after a while. So then I go to Neptune.
So was this, what age were we talking about? Roughly?
17.
Okay.
17, yeah. So I'd go there and I'd make little tapes and just hear how I was as a DJ. And when I started, I didn't want to speed nothing up or nothing, because then I felt like I was, the artists don't want to sound like that.
Right.
You know, and then I'm like, you know, you realize if you want to actually mix and get the craft down, you're going to have to play with some stuff.
Yeah.
So then when I go to Neptune, I saw a for sale sign for 2 Techniques. So boom.
You stepped up, you elevated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I bought those.
And then, so this is around 17 time frame.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you're DJing parties, stuff like that. How do you end up at 88.5? How'd that happen?
Mad Links had a record pool called Tactics and Methods.
Okay.
So I'm one of the early people that he advertised it on 88.5. 88.5 we used to call in every weekend. The old dirty white boys. You know, so like some Robinson kids, you know. We call in every weekend. And so through calling all the time, like they would look for our calls, you know, like it was us and Blip Blip that they were looking for.
Okay.
And so there was a little rapport with Lynx, you know.
Gotcha.
So he advertised on the station, hey, I got this record pool. And so I called him up and like, hey, I'm DJ Ritz, I'm for the Old Dirty White Boys. Man, what's up with the record pool?
Yeah.
And he, you know, told me, and then I paid him like for a couple months, and then after that, he just started giving them to me,
Right.
whatnot, and then said that there was going to be like a guest slot
Okay.
at 88.
Okay.
So I want to say I was the first.
So you were invited by Mad Links himself to come in, and Mad Links has gone on to do all kinds of shit, right?
Yeah.
Is he back in Tampa? Is he back in
He's
Tampa?
in Miami, but
So he lives in Miami
he just did party for Serena Williams. He's like,
Oh,
so he's
I
not
didn't get my invite, Mad Links. What's going on?
ditto, but no.
You know, I should be on that invite list.
You know, so he's definitely still very relevant.
Connected, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. And so now I know you're doing. So I follow you on social media. I know you're doing mixtapes. You're kind of doing these mashups, though.
Yeah.
And I like it. Tell me about it.
I did like all the compilation tapes back in the day when it was really hand to hand and
Right.
stuff like that. And then with the internet, it got so saturated
Right.
that I just stopped doing that, you know, because used to it was a fight to get a song first.
Right.
And now once it's hit the net, everybody's got it.
Yeah.
So the tape you're referring to is Gucci and Dilla.
Gucci and Dilla.
You know, ice
And then
cream
you got another
donuts.
one coming
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
That's Jay-Z.
Yeah, I'm
Zay
working
Toby.
on the J-Toby.
Jay-Z.
You know, so but the Gucci came just off a blend that I did for the radio show.
Okay.
And like I say, I was kind of burned out on the mixtapes.
Yeah.
But then I did that blend, and I'm like, man, this would make a fun project.
I like that project, man.
I appreciate it.
I like that project, man.
It was received better than I thought it would be. I thought it would ruffle a few feathers.
Why? Why would you think that?
One of the first reactions from somebody was blasphemous.
Oh,
You know?
so with the hip hop purists?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So,
They need to stop. Man.
but like I say, overall, it's been, you know, well received.
I mean, man, dog, it's dope, though.
Yeah, I like it. I just, not to sound like that, but I like it.
Dog,
I was happy with
I
it.
feel like if Dilla was still around, he would probably work with Gucci.
Dilla was a real dude.
He would probably work with Gucci.
Exactly.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So the project that you have coming up is another mashup.
Yeah, it'll be Jay over Zay Beats.
Okay.
And then the next one I want to do is going to be shorter because it's harder to find acapellas and instrumentals from these people. But I'm going to put MF Doom over Metro Boomin beats. It's going to be Metro Doomin.
Metro Doomin. You already got that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be crazy, bro. That shit going to be crazy.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to put, like, so from start to finish, once you have the idea, how long does it take you to put all that together?
People don't look at DJs like artists like that, but it really is. Like, you gotta be, or I gotta be motivated. You know, like you can't write a verse about depression if you're happy.
Exactly.
Or whatever, you know.
Exactly.
So, the Gucci CD, like I gave myself a date.
Okay.
I'm like 10/17. That's all
Yeah.
Gucci talk about. So this coming out October 17th. And so like, I would do like a song a day. You know, because that project was...
In the month of October? You started in October, kind of just...
I started it earlier than that. Like the first blend took place earlier than that. But then, like I would do, like amongst friends, I'd be like, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
And then I put it on social media, you know, like, okay. And I gave it to a blog.
Who
And
did
they
the artwork?
The B.O.B. He did the drawing of Dilla, yeah.
B.O.B. everywhere.
I sent him the idea. I'm like, I want Dilla drawn with a Gucci face tag. And I told him what it was going to be. He's like, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Thought of this. And so,
That's what's up, man.
yeah, talented, super talented dude.
That's what's up, man. So I know, back when we were hanging, man, like, we were living a different lifestyle back then. You know what I'm saying? Things were a little different. You know, we were a little younger, a little bit more reckless. You know, things of that nature.
A little bit.
And I know one thing. You know, I know you've had a complete lifestyle change.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know.
I need to stay away from chicken wings, but other than that.
Yeah, everybody needs to stay away from chicken wings, bro. But nah, I remember, you know, you having, you know, heart transplant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And how long ago was it? You posted something on Facebook about it.
Yeah, March 3rd was 7 years.
March 3rd,
celebrated like a birthday.
So you're in the midst of doing your DJ thing. You're probably doing, you know, working.
Yeah.
You got things going on. You're living your life. We're living our lives back then. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's golden.
And yeah, shout out to Just.
Yeah.
And so, at what point did you know that there was like something going on?
I had come back from Puerto Rico from a music conference, Mix Show Power Summit, and I was in heart and liver failure. I obviously didn't notice. I just felt really bad. Went to the emergency room, and I'm a man. Right. So going to the emergency room is like the last thing. Like, no, I'm straight. I'm good. I'll be all right. You know. And so for me to go, it was bad.
What did you feel like?
Just extremely weak. Okay. You know, extremely weak. So go to the emergency room. Like I said, then they tell me I'm in heart and liver failure, and ask me if I've been binge drinking, and like I've never been drunk to this day. Like I just don't drink. But I smoked like a damn chimney.
You never drank alcohol?
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, but like I said, I was.
But you smoked?
I burned the house down.
Yeah.
So I go, and they give me a defibrillator, pacemaker, and all that stuff, you know. And it's funny, a little sidetrack, whatever. Like I said, I came back from Puerto Rico, but they were like, "Have you been to North Carolina?" And I'm like, no. And North Carolina kept coming up. So I'm like, North Carolina is off my visit list if they think this will happen in North Carolina.
You've been to North Carolina?
Yeah, so that was, I don't know why. That was always funny to me. But, yeah. And then I get through that, like I say, I get a pacemaker, and I still am smoking, having fun, you know. And years go by.
So you get a pacemaker.
Yeah.
Just to kind of, but for you, it's still like life as usual. Business as usual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like it goes off a couple times. Interviewing Gucci Mane one time, and my damn pacemaker goes off.
Wow.
You know, I thought I asked the wrong question. I thought maybe his manager punched me in the back of the head or something.
So what happens when it goes off?
It felt like a punch in the back of the head, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I say, I just look around, and I got a bunch of my people there, and nobody's like stepping up, like, "Hey, don't." And so I'm like, "Oh, damn, that's the thing going on."
Right.
And so it's the first time it happened. So I'm emptying my pockets. I don't know what's triggering it.
Right.
And
you're at the radio station.
No, this was at Benton Records. Shouts to Angel.
This is at Benton Records. Wow.
Yeah. Doing an interview for Concepts for All Vibes TV show.
Yeah.
So we got like 2 questions in, and
so you go to the hospital.
Yeah, because that was the first time it happened. It was new.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then basically the pacemaker defibrillators, they're set for like 63-year-old people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Not an active lifestyle.
Right.
So they had to adjust it to a younger lifestyle. You know, like these ranges are going to be different than what you're used to.
Right.
So.
Wow.
And then had the pacemaker for a while, and then July 1st of 2011, I go back to the hospital with my 3rd heart failure. I still got the pacemaker, but it was just another like really weak moment, and I just had to go to and then that's when they're like, you got to get on the transplant list.
Right.
Can't smoke weed no more, and all of this stuff. And I had a lot at home still, so I went home and got rid of that.
Yeah, rid of it in terms of you smoked it all?
No,
Oh.
no.
It's like, oops.
I dispensed of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
There's some motherfuckers that would have went home and smoked it.
yeah, the thought
You know
was
who you
there.
are.
The thought was there. It was too much to put down in one night, though.
I feel you.
No.
I feel you. I'm sure your friends were happy, whoever you gave it to. But no, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So like from that day on, I never like wanted,
You're good without it.
Yeah.
At this point. And that's how it is. Like, I have my patches. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I'm good without it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'm grateful that I was never a cigarette smoker because I feel like that would have been harder to
oh yeah.
cut off of.
Did they say why?
I had cancer as a kid,
Okay, so that
and the
had something to do with it.
chemotherapy is what.
Probably triggered.
Yeah, it's what deteriorated the heart and whatnot. So
That makes sense.
yeah. And that chemotherapy that I was on, they still use to this day because they ain't got nothing better.
It's the same shit.
Yeah. Cause my mom, she got the same chemotherapy 20 years later. You know?
It's toxic. I mean, that shit's toxic. Man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think it's enough to get you. Obviously, it got you to where you're at.
Yeah,
now.
it saved
We're
my
having
life.
a conversation. 100%.
Yeah. And I'm like, people have asked me like, you ever thought about suing because? And I'm like, nah, that it legit saved my life. Like, there's lots of kids because I had childhood cancer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids that are just pictures and memories.
Yeah, a lot.
Like, especially like I went through that in the 80s.
Everything
The
was
technology wasn't where it's at. So the fact that
It was new.
I was
They were
the 12th.
experimenting.
I was the 12th person in the computer with the form of cancer I had, which is still a rare cancer to this day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in the 80s, they didn't have the mixture down to a science.
Like I said, my mom, she got the same chemotherapy, but like now they give her all this stuff to prevent like sickness. Like every time I got chemo, like I threw up and all of the side effects. I got them. They didn't know how to
And you're how old at this point?
prevent that. I had chemo I had the cancer from 3 to 6.
Okay.
And I had like a little remission in between those.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, man.
So then, like I say, I made it a good 17 years before the heart failure came along.
Yeah. And now you're making dope ass
Yeah.
Gucci Mane. And
Yeah, just having fun
Jay
with
Dillon,
it.
Jay Dillon
Just
hits,
having
man.
fun with it.
No, that's a hell of a comeback story, man. Seriously.
Appreciate it.
It's inspirational too. Because I've had family that dealt with cancer and stuff like that. And, it's good to hear success stories.
Yeah.
You need to hear more of the other stories. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
That's dope, man.
And I like to put myself out there for people that do need someone to talk to be like, hey, grass is greener,
Yeah.
So, like, I'll do that, like, with the heart transplants and stuff. They'll call me, like, hey, we got this younger kid.
Oh, really?
You
So
know.
you go in and talk to him?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, so that's my small way of paying it forward.
That's a big way, man.
Yeah.
It's huge hearing from somebody that went through it. You know what I'm saying?
And that you can relate to. Because when I was waiting on my heart, it was like 50-year-old guys coming in and being like, yeah, I still ride my motorcycle.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool and all, but I can't really relate to you, Bob.
No. Well, my wife used to work at Lifeline.
Okay, yep.
So, I would go up there. That's what my primary care was. So I'd be sitting in there with those guys too.
On Bayshore?
Yeah, right on Bayshore, bro. She worked there for a long time.
Nice.
So I know about that process and the waiting list. I mean, I know it from her side. Because in order to get on the list, did you go through Lifeline?
Yeah.
So So to get on the list, she was more. I think she was living. She That was her department.
Okay.
But just that process, she would tell me about it, and I was just kind of amazing that whole shit, right?
And what's funny with that list and the weed consumption, like you have to be
I know
6 months. Yeah.
You had to go through her to get. That's what her job was.
Yeah.
The workup. She would make sure you screen it and be like, yo,
Yeah.
you're not a match for this reason, or you
Yeah.
are a match, or you got to do this, and this.
I was like 2 weeks shy of the 6 months, and they went to the board and was like, "Come on, obviously, he's, So then they bumped me up to 1A, which is like you're next in line basically if something comes. So.
Man, that's incredible. And I know you shouted out the guy, or the person. You don't.
Yeah, I always reference him. I don't know who he is.
Right.
All I know is he was a 26-year-old man that was in a motorcycle accident. And to find out more about him, I would have to write a letter. And then LifeLink, which isn't, but the people that,
Right, handle that.
they would forward it to the family.
You want to do? Or you're kind of good?
I would just figuring out how to approach that letter.
Right.
If I got that first line out, it'd probably flow. But I don't want to be like, sorry for your loss.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's,
because that letter goes to the family.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to approach for me. So. But yeah, I would be open to it. My cousins had a kidney transplant. And that family, like, come over for Christmas. And, they were almost too intense
Oh, too much.
for him, but, and that's all. And one of the ladies that works within the transplant works there because her brother passed, and and she wants nothing to do with the recipient.
So yeah, everybody got their own things.
Yeah, and I don't really worry about how it's gonna go. Whatever will be, will be.
So you're gonna be at 885.
Yeah.
Forever, bro?
I don't know. We talk about this all the time. SR and
So is USR still up there?
SR and I, and we brought Raheem Samad and Slick Worthington on.
Oh shit! So Slick's not doing the Bulls anymore?
Nah.
How long has he been over there?
6 months,
Oh,
maybe
shit,
longer
okay.
than that. Time.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
What's the name of his rap group again, bro? I always forget.
Crimson Eye Society, Cess Crew.
Cess Crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Cess Crew, man.
Yeah.
What was his boy name?
Oh, you got me there.
You
got me there.
But the Cess Crew was dope, man.
Yeah.
And then I saw Slick actually put a video out not that long ago. He put a video out.
Yeah, he still
That shit was dope.
he still got bars.
That shit was dope.
But yeah, once he stopped doing Bull Radio,
Right.
we thought he's somebody that should be on air in the area. He's definitely got a connection and whatnot to the area. And we respect that. So
Because he did Bulls Radio for what?
that and HCC, between them two,
Years.
he was one of those forever students.
He couldn't leave, man.
You know?
He couldn't leave.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, last time I saw him, well, I've seen him a couple of times, but he was dating a girl that lived next door to me.
Okay.
They moved. I think they're still together.
Yeah.
His girl. I think that was a couple years ago, and I seen him another night. Big Red Mike.
Yeah.
Red Mike was doing some kind of event.
Yeah.
We came across each other. But
Yeah, those two are a pair.
you saying I need to interview them, though?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't bring them to the tea room, though. You got to take them to, like, that's got to be at Lookers or something. No.
Take them to the, can't incriminate, no incrimination.
Yeah.
I'll take them to the other tea room, the tea back room.
There you go.
Exactly. But anyway, man,
That's
see,
funny.
you got a lot going on. I mean, you're going to be at the radio station for a little bit.
Yeah. As we get older, the time getting there at midnight's a pain, but once I'm there, I still love it.
Y'all don't have the option to do like stuff from home, pre-recorded stuff? And
Yeah, I do my mixes at the
so
house
you do that
most
at
of the time,
house,
yeah.
okay.
But we still got to be there to let the next person in.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
we still got to let JV in for the House of Soul.
So what's the fan base like? So you're always gonna have your core 88.5 fan base, right?
Yeah.
Like now that Tampa's growing, because it's crazy right now, all the shit that's going on. You
It
went
is,
to this shit over here,
Armature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit was cool, right?
It is, yeah. We went to, me and my girl went to Indie Fleet not too long ago.
Yeah.
Shouts to Efren, we got some of them We Vegan Eats cookies.
We Vegan Eats. I need to get some of those too.
They're good.
Shout out Blowfly.
They
We
are
Vegan
good.
Eats. Nah, I've been so I mean, but
And
the
that
city's
sweet
growing.
potato muffin. Damn.
Where's that
I
at?
said, the sweet potato, We Vegan Eats.
They do that too?
Yeah.
What else you had over there? I know they did the cookies and they did a sweet potato muffin. What else?
I didn't get to try it, but they got a blueberry, what was the damn zucchini muffin. I ain't tried that though.
You look like you want to try that shit.
I want to try all the muffins.
I gotta try it, man.
Yeah.
But with the growth of the city, like, how's that impact like 85 and the radio? Are you seeing like different audiences? Are you seeing the same shit? What you seeing?
Pretty much the same shit. It's funny, like most of our, like the people that'll go out of their way to call are the people that listen to 88 all day.
All day.
You
It's
know?
just on in the background.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Because notoriously, our listeners have been people that can't call.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They locked
Yeah.
up, it won't
Yeah,
let me
so-
out. Yeah.
That's always great when we get that call when they got a cell phone in there. And they're like,
Yeah.
we got that cell phone. Those are the best calls.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it really hasn't changed a lot. Like we were talking about with this avenue, which I think is great that you got going.
Yeah.
Like radio is trickling
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
you know. So
Well, yeah, you were saying that earlier. You think radio? I mean, I'm sure it is. I know it is too. Radio's dying out.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
but where's it
So
going?
we
I
got
mean,
we
you
got to
gotta go
hold
along.
on to what we got,
Yeah,
you know.
but you guys, I mean, a podcast though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that
That's
is
definitely
that
been
that you
something
already
we've
have?
well, through the station we do, you know,
Right.
because everything's archived.
So,
So
for
it
your,
is-
for your show though, you
yeah.
think about doing one for your show?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we've thought about like just branching into that realm because
You
the
have to.
podcast is the new. There's so many good ones.
I feel like that audience is already on podcast. So I feel like if you said, hey, everybody that's listening, except for except for the homies,
Yeah,
everybody else, just switch over to the podcast. I think you would skip a beat,
yeah, no, I agree.
you know.
I agree.
Oh shit, man, it was good catching up with you, man. I just wanted to check in with you. Right now we're at Bamboozle Tea Lounge
Hey,
in
down smoothly straight.
in Channelside. You
Yeah.
know, when I told Ritz, I was like, yeah, meet me at Bamboozle Tea Lounge. I was like on the phone with him. He was like, okay. You know what I'm
We
saying?
can do that.
We at the Tea Lounge, man.
Yeah,
But like I
it's
said,
cool
man,
little vibe in here too.
it's cool vibe.
Yeah.
If you come here, you got to get the pho, however you want to say it, pho, however you want to say it. In the smoothies, they got the smoothies. They got fresh rolls. They got a couple other things, man. It's good stuff. So
Menu looks good.
yeah,
That menu looks good.
yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming out, man, doing this convo with me.
No, I appreciate you having me, sincerely.
Absolutely,
It's an honor.
man. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to promote? Anything you want to just shout out?
Clean music. Send clean music to Saturday Night Shutdown at gmail.com. We want to play y'all stuff, so
That's right, man.
we just don't want to edit it for you.
Word. And on that note, man, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Man.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.